Hello everyone, it's Janette, Crafty Dawk, back with the next step in my little mini flip journal, Trifold mini journal. We did this last time, little flip up, and that's going to flip over that page. So the next part is this one, and what I've got for that, I'll just put this little one out of the way. I just did a cut out one of Tim Holtz's, and I won't take it down because otherwise I've got the camera, it's back here behind the camera on the rod. It's just a piece of book page that I've covered with gesso. And then I just spritzed it with my, this little bottle, it's got the vintage photo re-ink in it, and I filled it with water, and then I just put one, I think it was just one dropper full of the re-inker in there. But you add the re-inking ink as much as you want, as little as you want, to get the strength that you want. Now I want this little bird to go here, ideally like that, but he's going to pop up. So I thought, well, I'll pop him down like that. And what I'm going to do is pop some background behind. And I've got this little piece of sort of like a bit of a Hessian-y type piece. It might go like that. They are on what do you call it, ice by the look of it, but I'll keep that little bit of silicone there, it helps. So I've got that. Or will I put, I've got my little lace bits. I quite like, I wonder if that would look nice, just to put that on there, keep that like that, and then we could just pop them, and we've got a little bit of textured lace behind. That might be a bit heavy. What else have I got in here? These are all the little bits that Wendy gave me. Thanks again, Wendy. And this little bit of eyelash trim. She was so generous. It might be a little bit heavy. I love these little balls. I might be able to pop a couple of little rose buds. This might be a bit longer video because I haven't really planned this one out. Usually I'll work out what I want to do, but I thought I'll take you along for the process this time. Just cut that little bit of, might be able to pop those on the corner. Get rid of that little bit of, oh, I think Alex had these scissors yesterday. Oh, sweetheart. We went and babysat little Greta last night. Mum and Dad were both, Sarah's had her maternity leave. She's at the end where she can, at the hospital, they can request days, specific days, for so long after they finish their maternity leave and go back to work, and she's finished that, so she's had to take whatever roster comes her way. And so last night they were both on afternoon shift, so we went over and gave Greta her tea and gave her a bath, and then this morning she woke up and said to her dad, Nan, pop, Nan, pop. And it was like, oh, they're not here. So we might have to pop over tomorrow and have morning tea with them. Either that or I'll get them all over on Saturday for tea. Or late lunch we like to do, and then they can all have a bit of a play and catch up. Quite like that, but you need something behind, perhaps the white. Perhaps a bit of white. Oops. Just to tone it down a little bit. All fingers and thumbs today, but I do like that. So if I put that over there, I have to come down a little bit because botheration, as Mum used to say. My mum would never swear. She would never. We used to. Her favourite words were, "You kids, when we were little, you're enough to make a parson swear." So we must have, at some stage, she reckons we were really good kids, but we must have tried her at times. 3 little ones like that, under 6. I like that. And the birds just top it off. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to think anymore. So let me see where we'll put that bit. So if we get the, yep, get her off there. Like that. Pretty, that lace. So many little pieces that you can, and I had it around the wrong way even, but there's so many little beautiful little pieces that you can cut out. And I've been up on screen, I probably haven't. Let's get these up and then I'll go back up again. Okay, so what I'm going to do again is I'll stick this one down to start with, and I'm just going to stick it on the 3 sides. I often do stick the top, but I'm just going to leave it open with the option of being able to place another now. We'll go there. Once again, that's the art glitter glue, dries clear, and I'll just put a little bit down here and here and across there. I don't mind if it sort of frays a little bit on the sides, and I will fray it and chop it a bit, so that will go like so, a little bit. Okay, now this one. And like I've said before, this dries clear, so it will take it on and do it very well. There we go. This side. I'll leave that little bit down there. Beautiful. And then we're going to lose this little bit here, but that will just, well, I'll have to suck that up, won't I? Yeah. And I'm not going to ink this. I like the effect of the way it is there. We'll just, and all these pictures are out of the little Edith Holden book. I showed you all that in the beginning, I think. Okay, so I'm going to put that at the, just so that their little heads are, yep. That's sweet. Well, these silly little scissors here today. Alex took the other ones inside yesterday because he wanted the Lello ones. And of course Nanny can't say no. Which was okay because they were paper ones too, so. And he was only cutting paper. And I think he's very careful with it, and it teaches. He's just come away so much in his cutting out of things. He's so careful. It's lovely to see. Now that's going in my little pot. Little bits in there. Okay, I like that. Now, do I still? I think I do, don't I? Here's one. I just threw one in here that shouldn't have gone in. That one. And I might just pop a bit of this glue while it's, seeing it's a bit bigger area. Oh, it stinks too. Now, I'm not sure, do I? Yeah, but I might leave it because I want a fabric flip on this side, and that might just finish off the, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Just finish off the bottom of that, do something a little bit different. Yeah, like. Now, I have little tags to go in there. That I cut with a die that I've got. And it's one of those layered. So I'll pop some in there, and I will have a day where we can decorate some of the tags. I'll just get rid of. Okay, so I've just got them, they're just all different sizes, and they're just on paper that's been gessoed, little teeny ones as well. So you just sort of put like little ones like that, a couple of the bigger ones at the top perhaps. I did a few with the tea-dyed paper. These I haven't done yet, so I'll have to do that later. And they'll just all go in there. I may even just leave them I can go right at the top. So that one's gone down, but I, you know, leave them so that they're not decorated, and then whoever gets the journal can have some fun and decorate, because I will be including some little bits of leftover Edith Holden when I sell this journal. There we go. So that's quite cute. Oh, there's another couple there. We may as well put them all in somehow. Let's go in here. Whoops. Yeah. And that one can go in there. So that's a bit chocolates, isn't it? And I quite like that done like that. And whoever gets it can decorate it themselves. Okay, so that's that page. That goes there. And we've got this little bit, and I'm going to do a fabric flip, so that'll be next. Now it goes over. Whoops. And then okay, so I'll be back with the fabric flip. So until then, I'll see you next time. Happy crafting, stay safe, and bye for now. Good morning, it's Janette from Crafty Dawk, here with, when you think you finished a project or getting close, you find other things to play with. So I will just let you see what I've been doing. Excuse me. Last night I was watching Wendy Mason, and she was using her green masking paper, painter's masking paper, to make little pockets and writing areas. So I've stitched around the edge. I ripped it. I like the ripped effect. This one I've just left the strings hanging, so whoever likes it or wants it can change that. I think I showed you the, I'll sit down again now, the washi tape that I bought, and I think it was AliExpress years and years ago. I haven't done anything on AliExpress for so long. And that you've seen. I did another little one here, and I actually pulled the strings through from the back and just tied a little bow there for something a bit different, and put a little butterfly. I've got these little butterflies. Now I think I'm a premium member for the Graphics Fairy. Is it the Graphics Fairy? And I had these little cards that I'd printed out, and so I was cutting out some of those last night, and decided to pop a few of those on there. So I've cut some out and popped them in there ready to pop on. So I did that. Yeah, nothing else on that one. That one you've seen. These I haven't changed. Now this was the music paper, and I did what Wendy had done. So she'd just got a sheet of the masking paper, folded it over and turned it up, and then she stitched around the outside. Now I just went one further because I can't help myself. I did a double row of stitching along the pocket because I thought it's tiny and taking it in and out. I knotted these at the bottom. I've popped one of these, are Tracy's Tracy's tea cards, so I've popped one of those in there. And then I had a little tag that I was gifted and just put some lace and a little dragonfly on there. So whoops, yeah, that goes in there. So I thought that was a bit cute on there. the inside I've finished off with some lace and gauze, Tracy label and a fussy cut. This was just a card that was gifted to me, and I think it was, no, I'm not going to say because I've had a couple of parcels from Etsy with different papers in them, so, and it's that long ago, I've got no idea, and a Tracy label. And I did the same on this side. I just had the card on that side. Then on the back, I did another pocket, a little bit bigger, so I just had the eggs on there. Did the same again, knotted it. I've got two little tea cards, faux tea cards in there. And then I just did a little tag. And that goes in there. Just a little bit of stamping on here. And they just sit in there, and I think that looks really, really cute. So that goes back in. I think I'd done just the brown paper on there, or the tea coffee stained, and I popped those in there. I was going to make tags, but then I found these and I thought, why make them? They look so cute. And I did tell you about that. I made a little faux pas up there with my stitching. Probably no one would have noticed, but I did, so that's gone on there. And I've left these plainish. Bit of washi down the bottom there. That was stitched up, and the flowers done. I did a little now, can you see? What should we put behind her? Does that make a difference? What's the sun? The light. Anyway, it's the root of a little what do you call it? Like a little daisy that grows in the lawns around here. When there's the flower of it. And I just pulled that out, and it's laminated, and then it's also sealed in a pouch. So whoever gets this book, the destination will decide, I guess, where that whether that stays in or has to be taken out. I'll use one of my little teeny paper clips to just hold that on. And they are a little bit stiff or tight. What would you say? Tight? So we'll just... No, it's not going to. So I have to pop the big one on. I'll have to work on the other one. Okay, and then I finished off... Whoops, finish the inside. Just put some fussy cuttings, some of the green gauze behind there. A couple of cards that I'd had in the stash, and I've got no idea again. They've come from digital somewhere. And then just a little piece of paper that's got a couple of verses on there. To do with July, that's last month, and then just a bit more collage on that one, a couple of more tags. These are bees, because that is relating to bees and wasps, and then just a little piece of paper, and this has got a little quote on there as well, so that just tucks into there. And I've used the book page paper that I gessoed. Then just goes over. I haven't got anything on this one, and I think the rest you've seen throughout. But what I thought I'd do was just decorate this piece. There's quite a few that haven't been decorated in that little section, and so I thought I would do that. I'm going to just do a couple of bits here, stitch around. Which ones will I use? I sort of like that long narrow one. Might take just a fraction off that one, just a smidge. Hope everyone's well and enjoying this little series. Now I'm just going to turn off and stitch around. Okay, back again. So I've stitched around those. I'll just check. Going in there. Is it there? Yeah. I might put it on the outside, or that's outside. That's outside. And they're inside, because these are others. So I will pop you out there. Where's my... Should have seen this desk. Oh my lord. It was a bit of a mess. I'll just go around here. I'm going to leave the strings hanging. Just a little bit of definition there around the edge. And then this is, I'm calling finish. So when I come back, I'll have stitched the signature in. I'm not going to do that on camera. I think you all have seen. If you haven't, Google. There are some fabulous, I think I have a couple way back. I'm not sure if they're in my playlist, but I haven't gone through my playlist for a while, so I may need to do that again. But there are some fabulous tutes out there for your pamphlet stitch. Just look up 3-hole or 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and some great demos to be had. Okay, so that one will just slip on there. This one, this has been so much fun getting back into the swing of this. I really honestly thought I would be giving up journals for forever. I wasn't enjoying them at all. And I guess a few disappointments when selling them, you know, when they don't arrive and you have to refund, and it puts a bit of a damper on things, especially when it's in the States that you have to worry about. So I'm tossing up whether I do or don't do international postage. If it is, it will have to be at the expense of the person wanting the journal. So there we go. Now I did some of these little butterflies, and I did them with glossy accents, and it was the crackle glossy. So they're rough. There we go, crackle accents. They're a little bit rough in texture, which is fitting to the roughness of this page. So I'm just going to pop one of these circle ones down in the corner here on that string. Like I said, that string, if you don't like it, chop it. You can have the chop. And there's another little one. Looks cute. Now, I might on this side, I've got a couple of stamps that I bought on the line, and or were they from a shop? See, I've got no idea. Now that's going to interfere there, so we'll just need to be a bit careful where we stamp. Just get rid of that edge, don't want that all over the page. And that's there, so we'll just come in a fraction. Oh, I still had one on there. Oh well. Okay. So I think that's a little bit cute. Now there was something else I was going to say to you about. Oh, here. These pins that I used, safety pins. I used alcohol inks on them and coloured them in a green, and it works really well and goes nice with this this themed journal. So if you've got alcohol inks out there, give them a try. And if there's anything that you've seen in this video that I haven't explained enough for you, don't hesitate to leave me a message and just ask for me to do a video on it for you. Only too happy to do that. Okay, so there we go. That's that one. All done and dusted. Now, we've got this to do. Now, I've got the little pieces here that I want to pop on. But I was going to put this little booklet in. It was gifted to me, and it looks faux leather, and I was going to pop some pages in, but I think it's a bit stiff to go in the journal, so it may very well come as an extra along with the journal. Okay, so we have got these little pieces. Now that one's going to be too long. Unless, let me just see what we can do to rip it. I want to go around the corners. It's not going to get small enough, but we might be able to work something out. Maybe just basically one of these on there because of the vegetation that's behind there. I thought it'd be nice to have what it's called, and if this doesn't work I might just have to slip it into the pocket as a I could cut these up individually, but what I might just do is, where did I put them? Yeah, we might just pop that onto a piece like that. Sounds like my lunch might be ready. Okay. Very plain. I might stitch around it off camera, and you'll see that when the final flip through. Might be an idea. I just wanted these to go in there. So Peter's doing the housework today, bless him. He's just a good fella. So that just pops it a little bit with the white around the edge, and if I just do a bit of a crazy stitch, even just down the middle of it or somewhere, that will be fine. So that one will just slip into there with the tag when I put the tag in. Might even go on the tag. The ivy, that can go onto the pocket. So let's just see what we'll do. My daughter was telling me that the devil's ivy is a very good house plant to have inside to purify the air. That and yeah, devil's ivy and the some lily and the mother-in-law's tongue. So she's getting bits and pieces organised to pop into her house, which is be nice. I think I've got a few areas that those things would grow, so I might just I used to have plants all through the house when we lived in Adelaide. In this little cottage there's not a lot of light through it, so it's sort of plants that you've got to be careful with which ones you pop in. So we will see. That's something a bit different. If you guys have got some plants that you have inside that you could share about. I mean, I know it's a bit different to the journaling that we're doing, but it's for our health and well-being. There we go. So we've got that. Now, I was thinking about, on these, I haven't done it through the other pages, but I was thinking about putting a little piece of calico on each pocket as the base. Oops. Oh, come on. More haste with speed, I think they say. Okay. I'm going quiet again, sorry, I'll run out of things to say. been doing, I'm going to a, it's not a class, it's a group. We sit and we stitch and sew, and we've got our embroidery machines and we share ideas and what have you. But with our lockdown that we've been having, that's come to a bit of a halt. So we're all a little bit sad about that. Not much you can really do, is it? You've just got to go with the flow and hope it all comes good soon. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of stamping on these just to give the background a little bit of oomph. I'm just using distress ink. You can use archival, you could use whatever takes your fancy. I just have that handy. Okay, so that will go on, and I might just stitch around those, so I shall be back. Okay, back again. Extra bit of break to have my lunch. So I sewed around the pieces. I've just picked out a couple of flowers that will go on there.